Welcome to episode 22 of Northwynd, the Druid True First Life series. In this video, I'm going to be doing Elite Dreaming Dark, which is the capstone quest to the whole Inspired Quarter Dreaming Dark chain out in the Isle of Forgotten Dreams. I want to talk about Epic Destinies first, because I sort of breezed over them in the last video. I forgot to talk about them at the start, and I mentioned them briefly in the middle of the last video. So I'm working in Legendary Dread right now, but I want to mention Sharadi Champion because this is a really popular destiny for some casters. You can use it in ranged, even some warlocks. It's definitely a great destiny for casters to work in if they're trying to get Primal Epic Destiny XP, Primal Karma. And so if you're new to Epic Destinies, you've never worked with Sharadi Champion before, the thing here is that there's all these different abilities that have a chance to proc different damage type. Ability, random, ability damage, random, elemental damage. So like in the innate line here, you have 7% chance to deal 5d10 additional sonic damage, 10d10 chance to deal additional sonic chance, or 7% chance to deal 10d10, 7% chance to deal 2d100 extra force damage. Once you get Prism Stance, and this is a stance you have to activate, 7% chance to do 2d10 to random ability score. Rainbow, which is part of Prism Stance, 7% chance to deal 1d100 extra damage of random type. Double Rainbow, 7% chance to inflict a random effect on your target. And then Nerve Venom, which I don't have, but I would, if I had gotten more points in there. Only took it up to level 4. 7% chance once you max it out to paralyze a living creature for 6 seconds. So all these working together, all these separate chances have a chance to proc anytime you make a ranged attack or do an offensive spell. And so, for example, a real popular playstyle is the Sharadi caster, so like a wizard or especially a sork that are spamming magic missiles. Magic missiles, you're shooting 10 missiles at a time, chain missiles, 5 missiles at a time. Each one of those missiles has a separate chance to proc all these different effects. And so you're shooting 10 missiles, you have tons and tons of chances to proc all these different things. And so the damage can really, really add up, and Sharadi casters can be really powerful. Popular for ranged toons too, but I think these days most ranged toons like to do Fury of the Wild for Fury shotting. I don't know much about ranged toons, so don't ask me ranged advice. So it's a really great destiny. It can be fun for a druid to run in if you're more of like a pure caster type. So I wanted to mention this a little bit more. So I'm working in Legendary Dreadnought now. As I mentioned also, I did pick up a level of Primal Avatar because I wanted to be able to twist in Cocoon, and I wanted that full level as opposed to just 3 ranks because, for every combined 3 levels that you have, you get an extra fate point. So right now I have 2 in Legendary Dreadnought, plus 1 more Primal, that's 3, plus 4 more in Sharadi, that's 7. So I have 2 fate points, one which I use to unlock the first twist, and then 1 extra. I need 2 to unlock the second twist. So once I get 2 more levels in anything, that'll be a total of 9. I'll have a 3rd fate point, and I can unlock this one, get another twist. Okay, Legendary Dreadnought. There's nothing exciting in here for me to be, there's actually nothing in the martial sphere really that's exciting. There's no good martial destiny to level this build in, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to go with the Constitution line. The extra hit points are nice for the tanky playstyle. Here I've got the extra action boost. I can use my spell power boost 3 extra times, so that's nice. I just spent a point here because I have to spend a point to be able to, to get up to tier 3 when I get enough action points. But there is one neat ability that I like, is Unstoppable here. So you have to load it up on your hotbar, it's a clicky, and it basically breaks a crowd control effect on you. So like if you get stuck in a dancing ball, for example, you can hit that and it breaks free. If you get held, now you shouldn't get held on this build because you should be running with freedom movement on, or if you get petrified, but you should be immune to petrification too when you're in elemental form, which you should be running in 100% of the time. So I'm going to try to totally max out 2 of my martial destinies, because In order to have access to certain epic destiny feats, which you get, I think, at 26, 28, and 30, or is it 24, 26, 28? Well, whatever the case, you have to have a 1, 2, or 3, depending on the epic destiny feat that you're trying to get. You have to have 1, 2, or 3 destinies maxed out within a sphere in order to have access to certain epic destiny feats. So, for example, elusive target, I think at 28. I have to have 2 destinies in the martial sphere totally maxed out, not just to level 5, but totally pegged, totally maxed out, in order to be able to have access to that. So I'm going to try to get there before I hit 28, which I think I can do. I'm not going to be able to get deific warding, though, this life, because I have to have 3 destinies capped in the divine sphere, and there's no way I can do that before I reach level 30. It's just not going to happen. So I just take something else instead. But I should be able to get elusive target. So I really want to max this out totally. And the other one that I'll max out is Grandmaster of Flowers, because I'm going to want to go, after I max this one out, I'm going to want to get, you have to take 4 levels in Grandmaster of Flowers to jump spheres and go over to the Divine Sphere, and I'm going to want to get into Unyielding Sentinel. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I'll be able to ever have enough fate points this life to twist in like Energy Burst, which I'd really like to. It's really powerful. It's a really nice addition to this build. It would be really nice on this True First Lifer, but that's 10 fate points just to twist that in. We'll see what happens. The enhancements are exactly the same. I'm probably not going to touch these for the remainder of the series. Show you where the numbers are. Let's take a look at the gear. I got 2 useless skill tomes here that I got from daily rolls. But I wanted to mention that, if you do get useless tomes because they're bound and you already have, you can't use it on that toon for whatever reason, you already have a tome for that ability or skill, you can crunch them into Purified Emerald Dragon Shard Fragments or Essences or whatever you can use the craft with. And you can just talk to the trader in the crafting hall or on your guild ship, if you have the crafting hall on your guild ship, and just drag the tomes, ability tomes or skill tomes, into the barter box, and you can get Purified Eberron Dragon Shard Fragments. Okay, I have over 100 hit points compared to last level. I do have some new gear. These are the same as last level. Wisdom 8 instead of Vocation Focus 2. This is the same as last level. I do want to mention some other armor options, though, that I'm not going to be able to take advantage of. One would be like the Heavy Red from Vault of Night, but that requires a Shard of the Red Dragon, which is an extremely rare drop from the Vault of Night raid. So there's just no way I'm going to get that on this toon. I'd have to be extremely lucky, so I'm not even going to try. Another option would be like Heavy Cormyrean Red or Heavy Cormyrean Green would probably be that better option on this toon. But that's going to require 375 Purple Dragonite favor and some commendations of heroism, which come from the Cotton Web raid and from the Fall of Truth raid. So I'm probably not going to get that kind of favor and that kind of those commendations before I get to 26, in which I'll be using my Shadow Dragon plate armor. At 26, I'll be able to get the base version. At 28, I'll be able to upgrade it to put the DR on there. But another option would be like your Flawless Blue, which is a level 25 option. And I think I'm not sure if the base version requires commendations of heroism, but the tier 2 and the 2 upgrades definitely require commendations of heroism. So I'm not even going to go there. It's level 25. It's only one more level to get my Shadow Dragon armor anyway. So on this True First Lifer, I'm not even going to go there. But if I was going to be doing multiple lives, I do, like on Ginger Spice, like to wear the Vault of Night Red at 20, the Flawless Blue at 25, and then my upgraded Shadow Dragon plate at 28. I don't keep separate 26 and 28 versions on Ginger Spice because the blue is good enough from 20. The Flawless Blue is good enough from 25 until I get to 28, but the Flawless Blue isn't going to be a viable option on this True First Lifer. But long term, those are good goals if you're doing multiple lives. Epic Braces the win. I got this fully upgraded. I don't have to run any more challenges. I'm so sick of doing challenges this life. So the colorless slot, Diamond of Vitality 20, was on their last episode, but I got the green slot, Sapphire False Life 30. That's new. I think the old... It allowed me to change out my necklace, which I have False Life and Con. I got on my belt now. The ring, Sheltering 24, that's new. Spell Resistance 31. 31's not too bad for level 22. It's gonna come into play. Speed 9, parrying 4 on the boots. I think that's the same. Wizardry 154, Heal Lamp 34. That's the same. I've been trying to farm Iron Mitts in Three Barrel Cove. I haven't spent too much time out there, but that's a level 24 set of gloves that I intend on wearing. It's relatively common drop from the rare chest out in Epic Three Barrel Cove. If I don't get it by the time I get to 24, once I do get to 24, I'm going to be farming that until I get it. Those will probably be the gloves I wear for the rest of this life. Just because that's going to be the best that I'm going to be able to reasonably get, probably. This is the same ring, so it's still Feather Falling, and Protection 5 is still relevant. Obviously, Spell Resistance is redundant from the other ring. Con 10, Strength 8 on the belt. Epic Cloak of Flames, I believe this was fully upgraded last time. Sapphire Good Luck plus 2. I didn't have anything in the colorless slot last time. I mentioned I'd like to have Charisma 6 in there. I don't have the resources to get a Diamond of Charisma 6. Couldn't find one cheap enough on the auction house. I do have a 7 that I'll put in at 24. I found this Diamond of Heal for dirt cheap on the auction house, so I figured it's better to have something in there rather than nothing. I got it for like 900 plat, so I'll replace that at 24. The Planar Focus of Prowess is new, so this is a level 22 trinket. These are cheap nowadays. This Insightful Con 3, back a few years ago, was extremely expensive. You could post this on the shard exchange for like 100 shards a few years ago, but now, I think I picked this up for like 20k. Most of my seen are a little bit more expensive than that, but I have seen a lot of these planar foci for super cheap. So this could, they come in a variety of stats, any stat 8 or any insightful stat 3. So this is a nice option. Like I said, I got it cheap. I'm not going to be going for the set bonus. The set bonus you need to caught in the web weapon, which used to be endgame for Ginger Spice when the level cap was 25. I was rocking Agony Knife in the Dark, fully upgraded, planar Focus of Prowess, set. So I had 15 artifact bonus to PRR from that, which was nice. But I don't even bother with that anymore when I'm leveling Ginger Spice. But it's an option for mid. If you had that stuff, it's an option for mid epic levels. So this is I didn't need the necklace I had last video. This is actually a necklace that I was wearing earlier on. The only reason I put this back on is because of Evocation Focus 3. This is level 13 necklace, so there's certainly potentially a lot better available than that now. This is just the best I've been able to find. I would love to have Evocation Focus 4 or 5 on there, but it is what it is, all I can find. Diamond of Dexterity 4 is also helping me. This way I don't have to cast Cat's Grace. Sheltering 16 is redundant. And it's still got the good old Pansophic Circlet. I'll be trying for the legendary version once I get to 28. And that's going to be tough for me to solo. Of course, then again, I won't have to do it on Legendary Elite to keep my Bravery bonus going because I've already done it on Heroic Elite. So I'll probably just farm it on Hard. Because here's the thing. I can solo that on Ginger Spice on Legendary Elite, but there are no shrines in there, so it really takes me to the limit. And the torque makes a big difference too. So without those resources on this toon, there's probably no way I'm going to be able to solo that on Legendary Elite. Not without drinking pots, and I don't want to do that, and I don't have the pots to continually do that. I should probably just farm it on Hard. That should be pretty reasonable for me to do. I did manage to find a epic normal Wall of Wood. Again, just go with the normal version. It's lower level than the Hard or Elite. Just like with the Heroic, just go with the normal. It's cheaper, it's easier to find, easier to farm if you can't find it cheap on the auction house. It's got DR10 slashing, and then I also have DR5 against everything from my elemental toughness buff. So got some decent DR at this level. Heal Amp 40, Devotion 102, the rest of the stuff. Natural Armor 5, that's not going to stack with Spider Skin. And I'm still casting Spider Skin because that does give me a bonus to... I don't think that's... It's going to give me any... No, it's not any higher armor, but it gives me a bonus to poison saves. don't see that in the description, though. Oh yeah, let's do enhancement bonuses saved against poison. Not very exciting, but what the hell. Where was I? Australia. Still got the Ice Razor, covering glaciation, and Ice Lore. That's a fun weapon. I don't think there's anything else I need to mention. Other than I had a nice victory, and I had some humbling defeats since the last video, which I will talk about in the course of this quest. So this is a good quest if you're new and you want to build wealth, because every 3 completions you get a guaranteed random Ioun stone on your end reward list. Okay, and you can zerg this on casual, you know, in 10 minutes. Okay, and every 3rd completion, guaranteed random Ioun stone. And there are a couple Ioun stones, the Vibrant Purple, which I pulled earlier. Ioun stones can drop anywhere leveled appropriately, but guaranteed from this end reward. So the Vibrant Purple and the Pale Lavender especially are both highly sought after. So if you pull those, you know, you can sell those for pretty good plat, or even perhaps on the Shard Exchange. Start getting ability damage from these guys. Don't let it build up, because they will make you helpless really, really quick. I probably don't need to run that conservatively in here. I think there are plenty of shrines. So not only can you do this quest to build wealth, but you can also get a Xachosian Eardweller, which is an interesting spell power clicky, and also has some mana regenerating thingies to it too. It's a quirky item. I'm not going to explain how it works unless I happen to pull it, but I do have a video that's like a guide to spell point regeneration items. So if you're new to spell point regeneration items, you don't know them all, check out that video. It's an older video I did. It should be very enlightening if you're a little bit newer. So, okay, what was my victory? So at 20, you know what, last video I said, I don't think I'm ready to do Epic Elite yet, you know. At 22, I decided, you know, why start soft? I just go ahead, so I just went balls out and tried to do Epic Elite two-toed Tobias to get a Gibbers Blade. I mean, you know, that was level 27 on Epic Elite, okay? And so it was really tough. I was having to double stack my Earthquakes to crowd control, and just, it was really tight. I had to skip the Vampires, because I certainly didn't have the resources to take them out. And then when I got the Gibbers, the boss, I started mana dumping, and then I ran out of mana when he was at like 10%, so I had to really dance around, and it was tough, and I almost died like a half a dozen times in there. The dancing balls were tough. But I got a completion. I got an Epic Elite completion at level 22, so it was pretty sweet. Didn't pull a Gibbers Blade, but that was pretty cool. And then today I went in there on Epic Hard and just smoked it, and I even did the Vampires. It was a piece of cake on Epic Hard. So that was pretty cool. I was pretty pumped up about that. I certainly wouldn't recommend going in there on the First Life at 22, though. Not on this build. But I got it done. Oh, I thought one of my keys was up here. I'm gonna do this. The Xachosian Eardweller can drop from basically any mob in this whole chain, but it's extremely rare. But there is an optional here that I'm gonna need 3 keys for to unlock these doors. It's so Mario. There's like a warp level. So here's one of the keys. If you have an unlocker, you know, you don't need to get these. Let's see, that's the first key. I think the next one's over like on one of these. Okay, so, and then my defeats. It was humbling, okay? So I did weapon shipment, and everything was going great. You know, I was like, oh, this is so much better, you know, a little bit more hit points and stuff. And then during the second caster wave, I had a champion caster. It just, you know, I'm not really sure what happened. Just everything was fine. All of a sudden, I was dead. So, and I'm helpless. Damn it. So I died in there. And then I said I was going to do a video for Epic Elite Lords of Dust next, and I tried that, and I died. Meredith was a champion, and she hit me with a 500 point disintegrate, so I'm gonna try to make that my next video. You know, I thought I'd like to go in there and get a completion at level 22, you know, and get it on video. But you know what? This is a good quest to do. I really thought about doing this for my 22. This is level 22 on Elite, so this is good. Epic Elite Lords of Dust is 23 on, you know, anyways. So it's 100 level anyways. So those were humbling experiences. I was worried about Nomon being a champion anyways. Helpless. I get hit once and I'm helpless. Crap. Nothing you can do. I wonder if that unstoppable works. No, still helpless. Nothing I can do. Just gotta run away and keep spamming my heal scrolls until I get one off. I have such low charisma, that's why they're making me helpless. Like one hit. This boss fight's gonna be a pain in the ass. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's gonna be a real tough boss fight. Come on. Can't do anything. Just keep draining my charisma. Shit's ridiculous. Run away. Oh, for God's sake, come on. Zero charisma. Helpless. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna fall off. Yep. And we're just gonna have to get the jump on them. That's how we do. Go through the portal. Takes you all the way back. Did you know that? At least he gave me a remnant. So one of the things that I'm going to have to do in the end fight to overcome the stat damage is keep regenerate going on me. Regenerate does heal stat damage. So if I keep that going, I should be alright. I don't remember which one of these things I gotta jump on. It's one of them. Can I make it to that one? Maybe this one? Ooh, it's close. There's my key. Now the next one, I think it's over on one of these pillars. How do I get there? get on that pillar? Nope. Maybe from over here? Don't remember. Oh, I see. I gotta get on that Easter Island head over there. That's how we do. Or I could have snow slid from the last one, but I knew there was a way to sort of legitimately get up here, or a way that they put in here to get. Okay, so that's all 3 keys. Now we're gonna go do the Mario Warp Zone. So like I said, this particular optional has a much higher chance of dropping the Xachosian Eardweller. So if you're trying to farm it, this is where you want to do it. Where's my doors? There's supposed to be some doors that appear. Where you at? There they are. 3 keys that we got. Like I said, you can pick them if you're a lockpicker. You don't have to bother with the keys. Once you unlock them, then you jump up into the warp zone.
You find yourself standing before the secret cache of minds understood. It would be quite a blow to the dreaming ground if you could describe.
I'm just going to use that shrine to start after this. So if you've never seen the Xachosian Eardweller, it's a funny little optional. It's a bug. It's like an insect that when it appears, it crawls away pretty fast and it makes this really weird sound, like a sound that's like nothing else in the game. It kind of sounds like an old school video game, like Pac-Man or Centipede or something. So you want to make sure that you like have some AoEs up, like maybe like blade barriers or firewalls, or hit it with like something that's going to kill it instantly and that's not going to miss. You don't want to like throw a ray spell at it because it can move out of the way. It's moving pretty quick, and if it moves to the edge of the platform or moves too far away, it's gone. Period. So like Call Lightning would be a good one for it. But I'm gonna throw Earthquake and Ice Storm. Let's see if we get it. Sometimes it takes a second for it to spawn. Forgot about those optionals. Nope. So it would just appear on the floor and just start crawling away. And you want to hit it. And then you get this cool view of everything. Shrineage. You know, I was thinking I kind of wish I had done the Tower of Despair flagging quest, because it would have been nice to get the Yugo pots, specifically the Constitution ones. Would have been a nice boost. Oh well. Bastion of Power, I can solo all of them except Bastion of Power. I don't have the portal DPS, so I would have had to pug that out. I can't beat down portals on this toon. That's another sad thing about like when you're doing Shroud on a Druid. You just don't have good portal DPS. There's not a whole lot a caster Druid can do to contribute in part 1 of Shroud. I mean, you can help beat on the portals. It's just, you know, you don't have a lot of spells that can efficiently DPS them, and You're probably not going to have a very good weapon to do much melee DPS to beat him down. But you can help.
Green crawlers drop from above. They're using the trees to ambush you.
But if I was just sort of, if I was, you know, probably a better, you know, decent leveling strategy at this level range for me to just continue to hit like the, you know, the Von 3 and the Wiz King and the Offering of Blood every day, and milking those. I mean, there's such great daily XP quests. At least, you know, until I got like 23 or 24. And, you know, also could run with guildies and stuff. But, you know, soloing epic elites at this point on the True First Life is tough. I want to be real. I'm not trying to oversell things. Be real about, you know, where I'm dying, what's challenging, etc. Okay, I gotta kill 5 more of these guys. Here's 3. 4. Supplementing the AoE DPS with my single target SLAs. Maybe there'll be one more down here.
You hear cackling laughter from the green crawlers lurking in the trees. And then a barrier manifests to block your way ahead. Only the green crawlers should disrupt the barrier.
Alright, that creeping cold should kill him.
It seems that like mortal
Yep,
creatures,
those other two will follow me in here, but that's okay.
sustain their concentration after having their body. Hushed whispers come from the elevated rows of this amphitheater. What have you stumbled into?
They recognize me. Yep, I did crush the Demon Queen Layla. How'd you guys know that about me? That's interesting. So, I never picked up on that they actually... Well, it would appear that the dialogues that they have actually are based on your accomplishments. Because I thought they were going to say, you know, who beat the Storm Reaver? Ooh, that's a champion caster. If he gets me with the Disintegrate, that's going to be not pleasant. And now I'm helpless. Damn it. Okay, regenerate. I guess if I had done like the Reaver raid, then they would have said something about that. That's pretty cool. Okay, champion guy dead. Going to get a shrine right after these guys anyways. So. this end fight. Could be tricky if I gotta keep a regenerate going on me at all times. That's gonna be a serious mana drain. See what happens. If I don't get a completion here, then what am I gonna do? For a level 22 video.
A tremendous psionic voice booms in your head. You are the one who has alarmed my minions.
So there's gonna be a dude spawning there, and they can like toss disintegrates at you like as soon as they spawn. So I want to keep moving. All right. You can see the shadows of these pillars here, so when the gravity starts reversing, you can get into one of those positions. I'm gonna do a regenerate here because these guys could hurt. Ooh, I shouldn't have used my... Oh, good, it didn't go off. I went to use my Storm of Vengeance SLA. Maybe it was still on cooldown. Just by a sliver and I didn't notice it. I'll save that. A 2-minute cooldown. Save that for the boss here. Back in the day, this boss was tough. It was so laggy because of the living nightmares. Alright. Spell point, spell power pot. Don't think I need any elemental resistances. I think that's it, just gotta go for it.
A psionic voice roars once more in your mind. Here is the dream forge you seek, mortal. But the most powerful of all the dreaming gods stands in your way.
Examination window open. Don't want to overwrite my own creeping colds. These regenerates are going to get costly. Hit me with this charisma damage with the regenerate. Taking care of it right away. If I get helpless in here, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. Oh, the mana is depleting quickly. Not good. Oh, he's draining my wisdom. I got plenty of wisdom to spare. I say that now. Alright, let's see if I can SLA him down. I don't know. Charisma damage. And I'm helpless. Just have to run around until I can get a heal scroll off. That's it. I think I have 2 small pots. I'm willing to drink those. Yeah, those are just regular mnemonic enhancements. So just run around, get the heal scroll off. Those are just clogging up my inventory anyways, right? Oh, he's still got a lot of hit points left. Charisma damage. Charisma damage. And I'm helpless again. Totally not cool. Charisma damage. Helpless. No, I can't lose now. I can't suffer 3 deaths in one day. This is humiliating. I don't want to drink any more pots. So I'm just spamming heal scroll, trying to get one off. As soon as I regenerate enough ability, here we go. Is he regenerating? Why am I not healing? Am I on a curse? Getting these heal scrolls off, but it's not healing. I have to bite the bullet and drink a pot. That was ridiculous. I expended way too many resources on that.
Using
Oh well,
power
we got the W in the win column.
now comes to life. It sends out a wave of blinding light. Outside, the nightmares wailed in despair as the connection between this plane and Neveron is wrenched apart. Your own
Here's your Dream Forge, which you use to upgrade your Mind Sunder loot. Thanks for watching. This ridiculousness. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have any questions about my build, you can respond in the Druid forum. And if you're on Saralona, you're welcome to send me a tell.